Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to a book titled This Is Your Time by Ruby Bridges. If this video or book piques your interest, the link will be in the description box below. As always, don't forget to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.
Listening Library presents This Is Your Time. This is the author, Ruby Bridges. I dedicate this letter of peace to Congressman John Lewis, icon of the civil rights movement, with admiration. He was known as the conscience of Congress, truly an example of a soul generated by love. Job well done, our good and faithful servant. The torch is passed. We have much work to do, young peacemakers of the world. To the young peacemakers of America. 60 years ago, in 1960, my life changed forever. Although I was not aware of it, our nation was changing too. What I remember about that time, through my 6-year-old eyes, is that there was extreme unrest, much like we see today. I was chosen to be the first Black child to go to an all-white school, William Frantz Elementary, in my hometown, New Orleans. I did not yet know that I had stepped into the history books. For my whole first grade year, I had to be escorted to and from school by 4 federal marshals under the order of the President of the United States, because people were afraid for my safety. Going into and coming out of school every day, I walked through crowds of people yelling, screaming threats, throwing things at 6-year-old me. They were against the integration of Black and white children in the same school. I had been so excited to meet and make new friends at school, and was met with something utterly different and terrifying. It was a difficult decision for both of my parents to agree to let me go to school along with the marshals, especially for my dad, but they knew it was necessary. My father, like most dads, wanted nothing more than to protect his little girl, but as a young Black man, it was not safe for him to walk me to school. My father loved me more than I would ever know, and I felt that he was my very own hero. He was also a real hero, having received a Purple Heart for bravery while serving overseas in the Korean War. But he did not return to a hero's welcome. There was little work given to young Black men back then. When I arrived at this all-white school that first day, all the white parents rushed in and pulled out their kids. They didn't want their children going to school with me. But why? I didn't understand. They had never met or even seen me before now. So how could they know what kind of person I was? But none of that mattered. I don't think they even saw a child. All they saw was the color of my skin. I was Black, and that meant I didn't matter. Some teachers even quit their jobs because they didn't want to teach Black children. My teacher, Barbara Henry, came all the way from Boston to teach me. For the entire year, she sat alone with me in that classroom and taught me everything I needed to know. She really made school fun. We never missed a day that whole year. We knew we had to be at school for each other. I felt safe and loved. And that was because of Mrs. Henry, who, by the way, looked exactly like the women in that screaming mob outside. But she wasn't like them. She showed me her heart. And even at 6 years old, I knew she was different. Barbara Henry was white, and I was black, and we mattered to each other. She became my best friend. I knew that if I got safely past the angry crowd outside and into my classroom, I was going to have a good day. Outside of that classroom, the world seemed a very violent place. I later learned that those people in the mob had hatred toward me solely because of the color of my skin. I thought often of the lessons of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who gave his life trying to teach us to judge people not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Truly, these people did not agree with him. Our elders said back then that if black folks really wanted to see change, they had to step up to the plate and do it themselves. Somebody had to be first. But because I was first, my father was fired from his job. Over the last 25 years, I've had the honor of meeting so many of you in person, in your schools, as I've traveled across the country and around the world. In your faces and through our interactions, I have seen innocence, love, respect, kindness, and sometimes even sadness. I recall once meeting little Megan, who said that I was truly her hero, and that because I'm so brave, she had to be brave like me. She had to seek help because her father was abusing her mom. Megan is truly a testament to bravery in the midst of sadness. And young Ryan, who explained how we're all the same, just like his puppy, Rex. His golden retriever is strong and fast and does awesome tricks, and he loves it more than anything. Jimmy, Ryan's best friend, has a collie that is black with white spots. It is not quite as fast as Ryan's dog, but it is smarter. Jimmy loves his dog too. Yes, the dogs are different, but they are both loved. Both are just dogs, the same. I see that as a true expression of love and respect. Another time I met Vay, who said we are all like a bag of M&Ms, different on the outside, but the same inside. Gotta love those M&Ms. I have not witnessed hatred or bigotry when I've looked into your young eyes. Regardless of what you looked like or where you came from, I saw some of my 6-year-old self in you. You did not care about the color of each other's skin. And I have loved seeing that because I saw hope. Hope that most people don't get a chance to see. And I thank you for sharing that. I have been saying for many years how I believe racism is a grown-up disease. And we, adults, must stop using you, our kids, to spread it. None of you is born into the world racist. It is we, adults, who pass racism on. In so many ways, we have failed you by not setting the example you deserve. I have always believed it is our role as grown-ups to guide, lead, and teach our children, to set the best example, just as you must do as you grow up. As I've watched events unfold over these many years, and especially since May 2020, I am reminded of the strength and resilience of young people. I agonize over the horrific violence we see over and over against Black people. My heart aches because I know the reality of the world we are living in today. I am a Black mother of 4 Black sons. My eldest son, Craig, was murdered. The loss of any child, no matter their age, is a parent's worst nightmare. Such a loss does destroy families. I feel your pain. My heart goes out to all those who have experienced Black lives lost. Those lives had meaning and purpose to their families. So indeed, they mattered. When I think about how great this country could be, America, land of the free, home of the brave, I think about what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said about being great. Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Really, it is that love and grace for one another that will heal this world. It is that love and grace that will allow us to see one another as brothers and sisters. It is that love and grace that will allow us to respect the many ways God has made all of us unique and will allow us to turn our stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Stepping stones toward the America we know we can be. United, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Protests continue in the streets across America and far beyond. I am so inspired by you and by everyone out there making change happen. I know, and you must remember, what can inspire tomorrow often lies in our past. May my past, my story inspire you. The first steps toward change are never easy, but 6-year-old Ruby Bridges taught us that it is necessary to take those steps. Don't be afraid. This is your time in history. Keep your eyes on the prize, and at all cost, stay united. Ruby B. Acknowledgements. I'd like to acknowledge and thank all of my babies, the school kids I've spoken to over these past 25 years. You've shown me your heart. This is Ruby Bridges. We hope you have enjoyed this unabridged production of This Is Your Time. This program was directed by Nicole Shelton.
Have you ever been in a situation where adults were yelling mean things at you and throwing things? How would you have handled a situation like that? Please answer these questions in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.